Hey guys, happy Saturday to everybody. Look who we have here. And I'm trying not to cast a shadow around everything, but honestly, I probably am. It's very gray. It's very cold outside this Saturday, and I'm just gonna go with it. I'm actually going to share with you one of the new diapers I got from Monroe. I've been trying out some new brands, trying to find like a new favorite because I'm kind of bored with the Imagine brand that you guys all know that I've used on her for like forever. It's the white diaper you always see her in. And so I'm trying out this new brand for me. I know it's not new to everybody, but it's called Grovia. And they do all kinds of diapers in different colors, different sizes. So this is the all-in-one cloth newborn diaper, and it fits 5 to 12 pounds. And I honestly, she's got one on already in a different color. I think I'm going to put this one on her. I'm going to do my best not to show her parts, but she, I might have to like put something over top of her when I play back the video. But this brand I really like so far, especially what I read about them. They do a lot of organic diapers as well. They do swim diapers. They do all sorts of diapers, which is really cool. And for some reason, I am always like on a mad hunt for like the perfect diaper. I don't know why. The perfect diaper to me, like it compliments the baby. I don't know. It just makes me so happy when I have like a great cloth diaper on her. Because as most of you know, typically I don't put her ever in a disposable diaper. I have them actually on my changing table just for, it's just for a prop. I've had the same diapers for years. They're just a newborn old Pampers. And I think they're terrible for the environment, so I have honestly just not purchased them because they're just going to waste and going to landfill. So I don't know, I just feel however I feel about it, I guess. But this is the light pink one that I have on her, same brand, same size. And I really like how it fits her because she's a little bit more chubby. So I've been struggling with the little Joeys, which are also have been a favorite of mine over the years because they're cute. And the problem, though, with Monroe and the Dwayne Denia edition, or Dania, Denia, I think Claire's called them both, is that they're a chubbier, much chubbier baby than all of the previous edition dolls that I've ever had from Claire. So the little Joeys seem to fit the skinnier babies much better because they're a smaller diaper overall versus this baby. I have noticed in the little Joeys, they were leaving marks like on the silicone around the leg. And that makes me nervous because I don't want any indentations like, for any extended period of time. It's one thing to dress them in something and then have a small like spot where like their knee highs go or something like that. But when you take them off, I mean, it's not anything excessive. But I noticed with the little Joey, like literally after a short period of time on her, there were like scrunchy marks around her legs, and that just made me nervous. But this really fits her well. Now, I'm debating whether I should change her. I don't know. I probably shouldn't do it on camera. YouTube and its rules. But how I did it is that this has multiple ways that you can make the diaper smaller. So what I did with the one she's got on is I cinched it up here so that it creates this. And then that's all really I had to do, and it fits her beautifully, like perfectly around. It doesn't feel like it's too tight, and I love the colors because they're girly, and it has a nice insert. And I know some doll collectors aren't a big fan of having them be fairly padded. I actually don't. I don't like them when they don't have any padding in them. I think they're just it leaves them looking too loose. And I like the look of having a little bit more padding for my babies, but that's just me. So I like how these fit. I like the type of insert that's in there. They're sewn in. So yeah, I like this brand. So I'm enjoying it thoroughly. And today I honestly just want to put Monroe in a sleeper. So I think I'm just going to skip changing her diaper since I just put this on her the other day. So I'll leave it on her because I love the pink. And it's a light enough pink that it's not going to show through. But I'm going to put this little neck sleeper on her. It's a beautiful floral sleeper. I love the colors in it. I'm feeling like I need some sort of floral to make my mood a little bit better because the weather's just so cold and just snowy and yucky. So this will be nice to put on her. And while I'm changing her, I'm going to chat about the differences in, explain, let me rephrase. I'm going to explain the differences of addition dolls. And I'm mainly talking about Claire. So for those of you that have asked me questions, I've had multiple people ask me questions about what does it mean if it's a prototype? What does it mean if it's addition? What does it mean if it's a prototype for a kit? So I'm just gonna go over that so that people can understand kind of how it works. So if you're newer to the community, or even you're just newer to collecting silicone, all of these terms might not be something you understand what they mean, because I think artists use them in different ways depending on the artist and what they're doing. So I'm going to start with the prototype. Generally, when Claire puts out a prototype, it means it's like the first kind of test baby to see, how the sculpt works when you actually create it in silicone. I think it's also how she tests the water of what features she wants to put in them. And also if she's making a baby, like a lot of her dolls are portrait sculpts of people's children. And the Dwayne Dania edition was actually of a specific young woman's son. And so that person actually got the prototype when Claire finished. So I think that the prototype is generally like the first doll that was done for potential addition. So you can have a prototype for a regular addition doll of Claire's, or you can have a prototype to a kit that she's releasing. And so when you're talking about an addition from Claire, that means the doll was sculpted, poured, and completely finished by Claire. That is an addition doll. She usually only makes a small number of addition dolls. And at this point, she is selling them via silent auction, is generally how she's selling them when she does them. She currently does not have an open edition kit or edition doll that she's working on. Then we have kits. So she's currently in the process of creating the Willow Awake kits. She has just finished the 3 prototypes for the kit, which means the kits from Claire, she uses a completely different type of silicone from her addition dolls to her kits. The silicone is not got that memory foam feeling to it. It has a little bit more of a bounce back in comparison to an addition doll. It's just a completely different feel from her kit dolls to her addition dolls. I prefer the addition dolls. I think they're a nicer silicone. I like the feel of the density of them, and they're less rubbery, so they're less, silicone is a form of rubber, guys. But whatever blend she uses for her addition dolls, there's just a specific feel to it, the way the doll moves. When you see Monroe, that she slowly moves, that has to do with it's a secret mixture, guys, that she uses. And she uses a completely different blend for her kit editions. So currently she's putting out her Willow edition, which is a kit edition. And she's selling the kits as blank canvases, unless you're buying one of the 3 prototypes, which are all purchased in with their mommies. The prototypes for a kit edition is basically her showing examples of how the kits can be painted. Sometimes she does them in multiple ethnicities, sometimes she doesn't. It really just depends on probably how she sees the kit as a finished baby. So all 3 Willows are out now, and so now I believe she sent out an email because she's been sick recently, so I hope you're feeling better, Claire, if you're watching this. But she's going to start releasing the sales of the Willow Awake kits for collectors to buy, which means you'll get a blank kit, and you can either, if you're an artist, you can paint the doll yourself. If you have a specific artist you like, you can send the kit out and have it finished by another artist. But kits, unless they're a prototype, are not finished by the artist, and they do have a different silicone than Claire's edition babies. So now for an artist proof, because let's, throw a monkey wrench in there and really confuse things with an artist proof. I think, and I'm not 100% sure, as I'm trying to remember over the years of what Claire has done with artist proof, I think either artist proof can come after the prototype or at the end of an edition. I'm not sure. I think she's done it both ways before. So it's just additional dolls that are marked as artist proof and not part of the numbered edition, because each edition doll will be numbered behind the ear, usually the right ear. Hers is a little stamped right there. But artist proof are just additional dolls. And then you have bonus babies, which Claire has also been known to put out, like at the end of a closed sold out edition, she may do a bonus baby, which she did with the Dania edition. She did the peaky-eyed, so she took the sleeper and opened the sleeper's eyes, so she was a peaky-eyed, but she had the smile and the other facial features of the sleeper portion of the edition. So you have all these terms, and I know it can be really super confusing, guys, but the thing that concerns me about a lot of selling that goes on in the secondary market with particularly Claire's dolls is that there are so many newer collectors that when they're selling their kit dolls, like the Tate and Sage kits, I see a lot of them floating around for sale here and there at times. And how people are advertising them is that it's a Claire Taylor silicone, which, yes, it is, but it's made from a kit, and unless you purchased a prototype, it was not painted by Claire. And I think that there are collectors that are not aware of that, and they think they're getting a doll that was painted by Claire, and that's not what they're getting. So I think you need to ask lots of questions. So if you're looking at anything that says it was from a kit, do your homework. It's very important that you know what you're buying, because a kit that was a prototype painted by Claire is worth so much more. The value is much higher than a kit doll from her that was painted by another artist. It's just how it is. People can say whatever, feel whatever about it, but it's the truth. If you're buying a kit doll and it was painted by an artist of any kind other than Claire, it's not going to have the same value. So you should be able to get a better price for one of those dolls. Hopefully that makes sense. But I keep going back to this, that you really just got to do your homework. It's so, so, so important to ask all the questions, because if people are selling these dolls and not being really, really clear, you can completely get taken for an additional amount of money thinking you bought a fully done Claire doll, and you get it and it's not going to be a doll painted by Claire at all. So just some things to be aware of. Hopefully my explanation of what things are what, I hope they make sense. But I will also encourage people to go visit Claire's website. So if you're looking to buy a doll, I know there's a lot of people out there looking to buy Claire dolls. They're beautiful, they're sought after, they're amazing. Everybody wants one. If you don't know, if you're unsure of whether it's a kit or an edition doll, go to her website. It's ClaireTaylorDolls.com. Go to her website and look, because she has all of her past dolls listed on her website. You can see all the editions. You can see all of the kits. You can see all of the prototypes. So you will be able to figure out whether or not the doll was finished by Claire, or if it's a doll that was just purchased as a blank kit and finished by another artist. And it's so important, and there's a huge difference there. Also, Claire did the Gabby Gal edition, which was what she called a no frills edition. So it was used with, I believe, it's a more firm silicone for sure. So not anything like the edition babies. But she completed and finished every one of those, and it was a large number of them. I want to say that there was 20-something of them. I don't remember exactly. They're also all listed on her website. So you can see every single one of them, which number they were and what they looked like when they finished them. Because I will use this as an example. Last week, a friend of mine pointed out that there was a Gabby Gal listed on eBay for sale, and it clearly did not have the original eyes, but the collector selling the doll on eBay wouldn't answer the question. I kept asking, my friends kept asking, are these the original eyes? Has anything been done to alter the doll? Also very important to consider when you're paying a certain amount of money. You want to make sure, one, that they're being honest, and great, if the eyes that they changed them out with are better and you like them better, perfect. But people aren't always honest. This seller completely dodged the number of questions that I asked and then started to ignore me when I pressed her for more information. So I know for a fact that the doll's eyes have been changed out. You can go look at the website, look at Claire's website and compare this. It was the #1 Gabby Gal, I believe. And #1 or #2, I don't remember. But you can clearly see that they're not the same color eyes. They're also bigger. And you just have to pay attention to the details. And so always, you know, when I have questions about certain dolls of Claire's that are maybe for sale and I might ponder wanting to buy them, but I don't have someone giving me all the information up front, I'll go look at her website and look at that particular doll and see if I can make sense if that looks like it's all original, because the older the dolls get, the more we see people alter them, which isn't bad necessarily. I'm not saying it's bad, but it needs to be disclosed. So all that information hopefully makes sense to you guys. It really does boil down to just please do your homework. I hate to hear when people tell me that they overpaid for a doll and was promised it was one thing and it wasn't. Most of the time it's that people aren't aware that the kits weren't painted by Claire. So unless it says prototype on it, doll wasn't probably painted by Claire if it was a kit. FYI. So there you go, guys. Hopefully that explanation makes sense. It is somewhat confusing, even to me who's been in this hobby for a long time and collected a lot of Claire's dolls. I still have to do my homework. I still have to kind of go look and double check sometimes, especially with older sculpts that I haven't seen in a while. But always, always, always do your homework before you buy. If it doesn't matter to you, then fine. But if it matters to you and you want to get an authentic, fully finished, fully painted, fully completed doll from Claire, then make sure you're looking into it and make sure that's what you're getting. So as more kits start coming out from her, it's definitely something to be aware of. So anyways, guys, that's my explanation. And we've got little Monroe in this beautiful neck sleeper. I love these floral sleepers on her. And sadly, I swear, I forget that I have certain things because I have so many sleepers, because I prefer this baby in sleepers over anything else. And I'm going to spend some time with her and give her some cuddles today because it's a great day for that. Yeah, so that's it for us today, guys. I hope you enjoy your Saturday. And Miss Monroe and I will see you all soon, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.